New developments tonight in a police brutality investigation. The Target 12 investigators were the first to make this shocking surveillance video public. It shows an officer repeatedly striking a suspect following an arrest in Providence last year. And today that officer had to answer to assault charges. Target 12 investigator Tim White joins us live now with reaction from both sides of this controversial case.
45-year-old Robert Decarlo, a member of the elite Providence Police robbery squad, found himself on the other side of the law this morning, facing charges in a police beating scandal that could mean as much as 20 years behind bars.
What say you to this charge?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Providence Police Detective Robert Decarlo arraigned this morning on charges he kicked a robbery suspect and beat him with a flashlight. The case bursting on the scene with this video surveillance of that October 20th night.
He did not ever see that man handcuffed.
Peter DiBiase is Decarlo's attorney. He says the surveillance cameras that captured this now infamous video were infrared.
He could not see what you're seeing as a viewer of that video. That camera could penetrate the darkness. This was one of the darkest nights of the year.
DiBiase says Decarlo was joined by colleagues from the Providence Police Department for support.
Peter, knowing now he was handcuffed, any regrets?
Of course. This man is a man who has no violent history. He's a man who's been a model police officer. No one feels worse about this than Mr. Decarlo.
Also in the courtroom, family members of 21-year-old Mendonca. The man prosecutors say was restrained when Decarlo beat him. His older sister, Rosa, says her brother, who had to have his head stapled back together, is suffering from seizures.
This was a kid that was a very healthy kid. Now he got to deal with this for the rest of his life.
Rosa Mendonca says the family isn't buying the excuse that Decarlo couldn't see that night.
And the video speaks for himself. Because if it wasn't for the video, I don't think it would have come up. They would have hid everything under the rug.
Decarlo is free today on personal recognizance. He was suspended earlier this week from the force without pay. Mendonca, in the meantime, is currently being held by Immigrations and Customs Enforcement on an immigration violation. Now, new at 6, the family lashes out at the Providence Police Department for how they handled the case. Live with the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.